Okay, so this is the live review for Love and Marriage Detroit season 1, episode 8. I think I have forgot to click the go live button for the YouTube. So, just in case nobody heard everything I said, I decided to do this live review at the last minute. I was gonna do it yesterday, but I didn't have time because I was doing my live with Shada McD. Shout out to her. Check out our live about Ready to Love and Maths. All the drama going down in the streets. Go to her channel to check that out. I was gonna do this live earlier today and schedule it and just do all the right things. But I took a good nap after church and I was dead to the bed. It was super hot today, so I was just drained, y'all. So I didn't want to do this tomorrow because I plan to cook tomorrow and kind of have me some meals ready for the week, trying to, get into a little bit of meal prepping. And I want to exercise in the morning before work. So, and I don't want to have to do it after work. So I'm trying to just cram this in really. So, like I said, if you don't catch the live, totally fine. I wish you do. But if you don't, I understand because I did this at the last minute, but it's all good. We're going to discuss everything that happened with Love Marriage Detroit real quick. It's going to be quick. I'm not going to be on here quick. So definitely catch the replay if y'all don't do nothing else. But anywho, okay, so the episode basically, let's just get into the episode. Also, like I said before, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share, okay? Because the algorithms are not working for us lately. So basically, the episode picks up where they left off with Kolby and Kristina arguing and fussing. I was like, them ladies are still arguing. Like, they still arguing. Okay. So, anywho, Kristina was like, kind of did a little apology to Kolby. Kolby was like, we're both content creators. I would never try to take money from you. I would never try to do this, to do that, do that. I would never try to stop you from eating all that. Christina's like, you making assumptions. I never said all that. I never thought you would do that, girl. Like, that's not it. And so, Kolby did apologize. Well, her thing is Brandon, she's like, you obviously been pill talking with Brandon about it all. And so, what's her name? Said Kolby, I'm sorry, y'all. Kolby, it was like, well, Christina's like, Brandon said it, not me, girl. So Kolby's like, but he had to get it from you. And then Christina's like, well, Brandon has his own mind, okay? And, whatever he do. So, but Kolby's thing is like, you guys are one. Kolby apologized because she felt like she overreacted, which you did, girl. And she did sound condescending at first, but then it ended up being genuine. Basically, they hugged, made up. Christina invited Kolby down to the shut up and pray girl brunch. I think it was just shut up and pray, but I think they should have been shut up and pray girl. But anyway, she invited her down to the brunch. She used to do the brunches. She's trying to get back into it, and she invited her. Okay. Then the next scene, I believe, was Dr. Latoya goes to see Anthony. They're working on that lookbook. Some new designer in Detroit. I don't remember his name. And they're, doing a photo shoot for that. And so they talked about the whole situation that, they said it hadn't caught up in a while, first of all. So then Anthony said Bible study. Well, Latoya was talking about Anthony crying. Oh, because he was talking about Bible study, how good Bible study was when Russell and the guys had Bible study. And I was like, what Bible study was he at? Because Bible study was not good at all. But anywho, maybe we didn't see the part where it was good. We didn't see them get into the word. We didn't see them get into the Bible. So I don't know what part it was, whether it was good. I really don't know. But anyway, Dr. Toy asked him, was he crying? He said no. And so he was like, you like when I cry? I don't like when he cried, Dr. Toy, but that's your man, girl. So then he said him and Brandon did kind of squash everything. He elaborated more on what he accused Brandon saying about Brittany. Okay. And then Dr. Latoya said, she knows that Brandon and Anthony have been friends a long time. She's trying to build a friendship with Kristina. They're going to go away for a weekend, some winery she likes to go to. She got games and trivia and all that. Okay, so then we do see Kristina and Brandon go on a date. And they are just trying to reconnect everything. Because y'all know they went to their little couples counseling. and all that good stuff. And so I put my reading glasses on, y'all. And so now they're just trying to connect and all that. So anywho, Christina's thing is like, you need to, get to know the Christina I am right now. Like, can the real Christina please stand up? Like, I'm not the same girl I was when you married me when I was 29 years old, 11 years ago. And so Brandon was like, well, do you know me? So then she said, well, I pray to God and I talk to God, and that's how I know you, because God has made you and created you. But I was like, but does that knowing him, like, I didn't understand her response. If y'all understood it, put it in the comments, drop it in the chat. Okay. Also, she was saying how, like, they need to reconnect, spend more time together. They used to spend a lot of time together, now they don't. She also feels like, she's needs Brandon to defend her more, especially when it comes to his family, like his mom and dad, and Brandon didn't think, he would have to defend her so much against them. And she was like, yeah, I need you to be a pit bull. And so Brandon was like, dang, what was I before? And I guess that's a common theme with him. I guess he doesn't defend his wife in any situations. I'm like, forget the parents. What about with Anthony and all them? So anyway, then she was saying, like, I hate to bring your mom up, but you grew up very differently than me in your household. You weren't forced to take any accountability, and you didn't have to have discussions, and your mom kind of spoiled you, and that's why you're the way you are. You don't listen to nobody. And I was like, okay, that makes sense. And so Brandon said that's why he's been an entrepreneur all this time, because he don't want to listen to nobody, because he got fired from his last job. And so Kristina was saying she is the boss in their relationship, and he kind of agreed, but he said he wanted to be more like partners. So anyway, Brandon was like, I also see how you are with your family, because you like a tyrant. You like running things, your family spitting it out. And she's like, I just call it how it is. And I was like, oh, I can see that. So that's very interesting. She is very like, she gonna pull you to the carpet, get in your face about stuff. She's a tyrant in her family. I don't know if she's getting people's face. I shouldn't say that. But and he's like avoiding topics, not taking accountability. That is a recipe for disaster. But he said he does want to talk to his mom about his issues growing up, like maybe they're affecting him now. They definitely are. It all makes sense. That's why he don't want to tell Kristina where he going. He don't want to check in. And then she's the type where she gonna be on him. It's a recipe for a disaster, in my opinion. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the chat or in the comments if you are in the replay crew, which probably most of y'all will be. Like I said, y'all, I decided to do this this live at the very last minute. Also, my editing system was not working well Friday night for Ready to Love, as I shared with some of y'all. And it took forever to upload the video. That's why y'all got it real late Friday night. So that's the other reason I'm doing this live, because I don't have to do no editing. Okay, and it's quick, and I can get off of here and get to bed. So anyway, back to the show. So Brandon says he want to have more, positive moments like this. Like, let's not trip on stuff. He's shouting, talking about give me your hand. She thinking he about to give her a new ring. He's like, no, your ring is good, girl. And he's like, give me your hand. He's shouting to the restaurant, this is my wife, and I'm going to vow to love her forever. Everybody, I love my wife. I'm going to stick beside her. Da-da-da. I was like, sit down, Brandon. Sit down. Your skills and wisdom when it comes to acknowledging your wife and not is just off. I don't need you standing up shouting in this restaurant unless you are giving her a ring or a ring upgrade or whatever. And since you're not, sit down. You didn't need to do all that, sir. You really didn't. Anyway, then the next thing I believe is when we have Anthony went to meet up with Larique, I think his name was, with the guy with the braids and the glasses. Okay, so he said I guess they went to high school together. They used to write songs together, do music together, all that. I didn't know Anthony wrote songs. Did y'all know that? Because I had no clue. So anyway, what to call it? So they were kind of talking, catching up, and they were saying Anthony was filling him in about the showcase coming up. He wants him to be a judge in it, and he's judged many competitions. I think he threw out the names T.I. and Jesse Fade. And so he also has a studio like around the corner down the street from Brandon's. And so Anthony was letting him know, like, okay, we're gonna do it at Bravo spot. I know that's your boy. They went to high school together. And then he was talking about the whole Brandon thing. He's like, your friend Brandon also gonna be in it. And the way Anthony said it was like, your friend, like, oh, he's so sassy. So Larique was like, my friend. Mm-hmm. He was laughing. So I guess Brandon and Larique don't get along. They never, like Anthony's thing is they both doing the same thing. Like, why they don't make money together, work together, but they just never saw it for each other. Brandon don't mess with Larique, and I guess Larique feel like he don't got a problem with him. He think Brandon got a problem with him. Whatever. Okay. So Larique's thing is like he don't understand like why he ain't really Brandon hasn't got on the way he should have because the boy is talented. And I was like, oh, okay, so Brandon really is still, since Big Sean came out, struggling to get on, right? So he was like, yeah, he's talented, but the thing is he got the most talented person in Detroit right there with him, but he didn't sign him. He's like, the person that should be the biggest star from the Star Factory is Kristina. So then Anthony's like, what? He's like, yeah, you didn't know Kristina could sing? He's like, I used to work with Kristina, and we did some songs together and all this, and maybe that's why he don't like me. Maybe he think something's going on there. I don't know, but he would be further in his career if he would have signed her, not none of them other people. So he's like, let me play the track for you. So y'all, they played Kristina's track. It was cute. And so then Anthony's like, oh, Kristina could sing. I'm proud of her. I'm like, I bet you are. So the Reese thing is like, if Kristina really, really took off on her music career, he's like, I don't know why she didn't do it, but she probably wouldn't even have met Brandon. Anthony was like, dang. And so he was like, yeah, because she would have been on tour, she would have met him. So I don't know, maybe they would have met. I don't know. So Anthony's thing is he wanted everybody to win. He wanted everybody to work together. He felt like everybody in Detroit should be having fancy cars and houses and all that. It's enough for everybody to eat. And he thinks they should try to figure out how to work together. Larique said he gonna work with Anthony. Anthony was saying all this mumble jumble about how maybe because Brandon went to the all boys school in the suburbs that he don't know about how things work in Detroit. Like if you don't mess with somebody, then you don't need to be saying nothing or something. I don't know if it was that scene or the scene with Dr. Latoya, but I was like, Anthony, what are you talking about? Like he kills me with all this is how it is in Detroit stuff. Like, how is it in Detroit? Like, y'all are grown. Like, what are you talking about? And he be talking about the streets. Like, you ain't in the streets. Nah. Anywho. So maybe we'll see what else happens with Brandon and Larique. And the previews was like Brandon wasn't too happy that Anthony was meeting with Larique. So I believe the next scene, which was the final big scene, is when the girls went down to the shut up and brunch. So no, shut up and pray brunch, right? So what happened? Dr. Latoya picked up Kolby to take her down to the brunch. Kolby told me how she glad Dr. Latoya picked her up because she don't want to be in road rage driving. Like, girl, y'all made up. You was about to be in a road rage. Stop it. So Kolby is telling Dr. Latoya how her and Kristina talked and everything is good now. They made up. But then she does proceed to tell her about the conversation with Kristina and how she said Kristina called Russell before calling me and said that Brittany, y'all's publicist, said that she don't really mess with me and Russell like that. She got, we said something or got a problem, whatever. Now, mind you, last week, publicist lady Brittany said she didn't say nothing about, Kolby and Russell's name were not mentioned. That Anthony, thing is, Brittany said that Anthony said with what Brandon said, what she loved Kristina in it too. Brandon, Kristina said she didn't mention Kolby and Russell, but Kristina said Kolby and Russell's mentioned. So y'all got to follow all that because, yeah, that's the thing about this show that's irritating. Is it's like a horrible game of telephone, like we on the Real Housewives of Atlanta or something. It's like she said, he said, she said, he said. I can't keep up. Okay, it's too much, and I'm kind of ready for this season to wrap it up. Like I've enjoyed Love Marriage Detroit because it's new people, new drama, but I can't wait for it to end. Okay, so anyway, then so Dr. Toya of course is pissed because she want to address this with Kristina because she don't like Kristina talking bad about Anthony, saying he did stuff he didn't do and all that good stuff. Okay. And lying on her man. Okay. So They get down to the shut up and do your work, pray bunch. So Brandon is there. He's helping Kristina set up. It looked cute, but Kristina said it's real intimate, and it was real intimate. And it looked like it was in somebody's church storefront, church fellowship hall. And no shade, it looked like a beautiful event, but it looked like it was in the church fellowship hall. Okay. So, which is fine. We got to use the spaces we got to get what we want, to shut up and pray. Okay. At the brunch. So, they go to the event. Kolby sees Brandon. She says she's not going to talk to Brandon without Russell being present. She don't want to get into all that. Brandon said he don't want to talk to Kolby without being present. He ain't saying nothing because he don't want all the bones broken in his body. I think that's for the best. Okay. So they get to the event. They sit at the table. At the table, we see Kristina's friend, Chelsea, as well as Kolby's friend, Chelsea. Okay. Who almost can be the same person in my opinion. Okay. I'm glad they finally set the two Chelseas together so I don't keep getting confused. And then they had on the same outfit, and Dr. Latoya was like, oh, the two Chelseas are here, and they were the same outfit. She's like, it's too soon for a copycat joke. It is a bit too soon, but yeah, that was so weird. That was really weird. So they was, down to the brunch. And so, a lady spoke or she prayed a good prayer. I said, come on, shut up and pray brunch. That's a good idea. And so anyway, Dr. Latoya really resonated with what the lady was saying. So that gave her the spirit to go talk to Kristina. Now, mind you, back at the table before Dr. Latoya did all that, Chelsea was complaining to Kolby how she don't like all, everything going on, the drama. And so Kolby, which I don't know what it was to Chelsea, but whatever, girl. So then Kolby told her, like, her and Kristina made up, they talked and all that. And so anywho, but meanwhile, the other Chelsea sitting there getting all the information. I'm like, why are you all having this conversation in front of Kristina's Chelsea? Okay. Like Kolby Chelsea need to keep stuff to herself. So, cause that's going to be a whole thing and y'all already know what it is. So anyway, Dr. Latoya felt the spirit in her heart to go address Kristina about what she said that Anthony said to Brittany, right? Now, mind you, this whole episode, Dr. Latoya, she been fanning herself. When she went to go talk to her husband, she was like, is there a church fan in here? When she's talking to Kristina, she fanning herself. I said, she going through the change or something. And I don't mean never no shade because we all gonna get there, okay? Including me. But she was hot and she was flashing the whole episode. So anyway, she was like, yeah, I just want to talk to you. Things on my mind. I got to get off my mind. So I liked her green outfit, by the way. So she's like, so, Kolby told me about the conversation you guys had in the car. So do you want to, tell me what you said? And so Kristina was like, what did I say? And so Dr. Toya was like, oh, you know what you said. And I hate when people do that. Like, if you're going to bring something up, bring it up. Like, don't be trying to play a Jedi mind trick with me, try to, be like, well, what did you say? Like, say what you had a problem with. How about that? That's what you need to do. So anyway, Dr. Toya is like, well, you had discussion what, you said that Anthony said something about the publicist. And so Kristina was looking like, oh, like she caught me. So, okay. So like I told y'all, Kristina is saying now in this moment, she's saying that Brittany talked to her and said that Anthony told Brittany that she has a problem, that Russell and Kolby have a problem with her, as well as Brandon and Kristina, I'm sorry, even though Brittany said nothing about Kolby and Russell, only Brandon and Kristina, right? And so now Kristina is saying, well, yeah, what Brittany texted me that's what Brittany texted me is what I told her. And so Dr. Toya was like, that's a lie. Like, my husband did not say those things. She was like, Brandon is the one that said that you and him have an issue with Brittany, but my husband didn't say what you're saying. And they production rolled the clip where Kristina was sitting with Brittany, no text message shown. And Brittany said it was you and Brandon, Kolby, and Russell were not mentioned. Now, I don't know why Kristina is telling this lie. And I told y'all in the last review that Kristina lied. Now, we are trying to be on Kristina and Brandon's side because, some of us are not liking the way the couples are dogging them out and making them like they less than and all that. But then when y'all lie and y'all make these accusations, it's hard to defend y'all Brandon and Kristina. We really trying. Like Russell and Kolby were out of pocket, and Dr. Latoya and Anthony were definitely judging y'all. But then y'all be lying, so it's really hard to defend y'all. It's really hard. Anywho, Kristina is like, I can't have this conversation with you. You keep calling me a liar. You just committed to believing I'm a liar. Like, you're Anthony. It's so not your Anthony. Kristina is saying your husband is lying. Dr. Toy saying your husband lying. She's like, and Brandon already been proved to be a liar. And she's like, well, Anthony's already proved that. And she's like, no, my husband has not proved that to you. And so then Kristina's like, why are you coming to me at this event? Now, let me backtrack a bit, because I know a lot of people are saying, well, Anthony should not have said anything that Anthony should not have repeated what Brandon said about Brittany to Brittany and all that. I agree with that. I can agree with that. Like, Anthony shouldn't even been running it back, really. I don't know how close everyone is working together, but it is giving, I didn't want you to work with my publicist, so I'm going to make sure she know you don't like her. Now, I think Brandon did say it. I do. Because the lady said it. So, I don't know if Anthony would make that up or whatever. Maybe he would. I don't know. It's just a whole bunch of mess at this point. It's a bunch of mess. Now that I'm trying to think about it and put the parts together, it's giving me a headache. So, like I said, Kristina and Dr. Latoya, we're going back and forth. And so Kristina's like, why are you bringing this up at my event? Like, I don't like how you're talking to me in this condescending tone. You're being snarky. Dr. Latoya's like, I'm not being snarky. Like, I'm just trying to address this with you. And so she's like, I don't like the way you do things. You're conniving. You're vindictive and all that. Now, I don't think Kristina is necessarily conniving, okay? I think she got a little line problem, but she's not conniving. Dr. Latoya, you say you don't want no drama. You don't want people bringing stuff up at the events, but yet you are bringing stuff up at events yourself. So, like, girl, what is it? Like, which one is it? Okay, who's that? Shayna, hey girl. I just saw your thing come in the chat. I'm wrapping up a discussion about Love and Marriage Detroit. Let me see. Oh, I figured it out. Shout out to you. I definitely just figured out how to do this right now. Yes, all they do is argue. So it was just too much, and then they just throwing back insults back and forth. And Kristina called her out, like, girl, you was trying to make it like I'm bringing all the drama at the skating ring. And then they showed that clip where Dr. Latoya was like, why we can't have a good moment? We need to have fun. Y'all want to bring up stuff. I don't like fake people. And then Kristina was like, you're directing that to me personally. Now, I don't know if she was or not. Maybe she was. I think Dr. Latoya just don't see it for Kristina, and that's all. She don't see it for her. It's fine. But they just go back and forth, and that is pretty much where it ended. Oh, Dr. Latoya was like, listen, I went to school for 8 years. I have my medical degree, my doctorate degree, and I know how to analyze people's bodies and analyze this, and I can see from your behavior, you do this and that. And so then Kristina was calling her, saying she do one thing, but do another or something like that. She's like, that's what you got from your degree. So then, like I said, they was just going back and forth. But that was pretty much it. I think next week we're going to see them go on the trip. They going on their little couples trip. I hope this is only 8 episodes of the show. I really do. Like, we don't even do no more than that. I'll take 10 if we got to, but 8 will be good. Okay, I thought this was episode 8 tonight, to be honest, and I kept typing 8, but it's, if I put an 8 instead of 7, y'all let me know. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think of Love and Marriage Detroit. I know Shayna gave up on it because it's too much. But yeah, don't forget to catch me and Shayna McDee's live chat discussion we did last night. We had a good time on there talking about all the drama going on with Ready to Love. So if you're a Ready to Love fan, go to her channel to check that out. Also, if you're a Married at First Sight fan and you know all about Karen and Miles, you can go, catch up over there and learn about that too. I was not watching Maps at that time, so I learned something as well. So anyway, I will talk to y'all soon. I'm about to go to bed. Shane, I'll talk to you soon, girl. Bye.